Okay, so this is our global macroeconomic analysis of Jamaica. I'm Landon Parker, and this is Brad Maslowski. All right, just some history. Long before Christopher Columbus arrived in 1494, the island was inhabited by the Taino people. The island took a turn for the worst when it became the island's hub for the transatlantic slave trade. Jamaica's people tenacious character was shaped by their struggles against oppression and slavery, which led to the abolishment of slavery in 1838. Following its independence, Jamaica saw significant cultural and scientific transformations, including the emergence of vibrant Afro-Caribbean culture. The island saw independence in the 20th century, and in 1962, it officially gained independence from Britain. Just some information about Jamaica and its people. Beautifully situated in the Caribbean Sea, part of the greater island chain, is the island nation of Jamaica. Jamaica's tropical temperature, stunning beaches, lush highlands, and vibrant culture all contribute to its appeal as a jewel and tourist haven, especially given its central Caribbean location. Estimated population of Jamaica is 2.9 million, with ancestors that include native Taino peoples, African slaves brought during the colonial era, and European colonists. The youthful demographic of the population adds to its vibrant atmosphere of the island. Just some advantages that Jamaica has. A huge asset for the island is its unspoiled beauty, which lures visitors with its glorious beaches, lush mountains, and diverse ecosystems. A wealth of tropical fruits, spices, and coffee are produced in Jamaica thanks to its rich agricultural resources. The country's favorable Caribbean location encourages trade and tourism, which raises the potential for its economy. Sugar, rum, coffee, yams, beverages, chemicals, clothing, and mineral fuels are all export goods. The inflation rate over the past 5 years, it's slowly gone up, but steadily. And there was kind of a larger jump from 2021 to 2022. Here's a little chart to show that.
So to start off with the real GDP in the last 5 years, this is also in US currency, not Jamaican currency. So in 2018, it was 15.7 billion. And then you can see it kind of slowly was steady until 2020 and took a big hit in 2020. And then kind of leveled back out in 2021, 2022 with 14.6 billion and 17.1 billion. Here's the GDP growth rate in the last 5 years, similar to the GDP. It was on a steady rate until the pandemic. So 1.9%, 0.9%, and then took a negative 9.9% in 2020. And then took a larger jump in 2021, 2022 to kind of level itself out. The real GDP per capita also in US currency. 2018, 2019 was around $5,000. And then 2020, 4,000, took a little drop. And then same thing with the two other charts. In 2021, 2022, it had a sort of a bigger jump to kind of level itself out. Here's the debt to GDP ratio. So in 2018, it was 94.39, and then kind of similar in 2019. And then you can see in 2020 that the debt was pretty high. And then it was again 94.2%. And then in 2020, it dropped all the way down to 77. Here's the labor force matrix. This is for the male. 2018, 73. 2019, 74. You can see it's kind of similar. And these numbers you're going to see on the next slide is the female labor force participation. So the male is just a little bit higher than the females. So here's the females. As you can see, in 2018, it was pretty low, 58.5, and then jumped all the way up to 62.9. Here's the unemployment rate. So 2018, 5.47%. 2019, 4.99%, 2020, 6.50%, which you can see is the highest number out of all of them. Because during that pandemic, I think everything really took a drop. Here's Jamaica's ranking in the World Happiness Index. So in 2023, they were ranked 68th happiest country. But as I was going back and looking, they were actually at one point in 2021 ranked the 37th happiest. And then so here's some of our recommendations. So the first recommendation we have is to improve safety of tourists because, Jamaica isn't the like GDP powerhouse
Mhm.
of the world. So I think their biggest market is tourists, and I know a lot of people that say they want to go to Jamaica, but are afraid of the crime rate and all stuff like that. So improving their safety of tourists would be a
Mhm.
very big thing. Improving their agriculture, like Landon was saying earlier, their biggest agriculture exports are coffee, sugar, things of that nature. So if they can really put those manufacturers to work a little more and then get some more exports going out of the country, that can definitely raise their GDP. Another big problem in Jamaica is the corruption. There's a huge corruption problem with people in government and also people in just the police. They'll pay off the police to let kind of crime go through there. And then the last one is to increase the police force. This also goes with safety of tourists because I think our one of our recommendations is that they should have more police force in areas where tourists are the most, just so the tourists can kind of feel safe. I know from my experience, I've been to Jamaica and you're not allowed to leave the resort. If you leave the resort, the hotel is not liable for you. So they kind of know what goes on outside the resort. And that's it. Thank you for listening.
Thank you.